70% of change initiatives fail, not because of poor planning or lack of funding,
or even bad strategy. They fail because no one really understood why the change was happening in the first place.
Welcome to part 1 of our deep dive into change management. Today, we are talking about one thing that sets stage for everything else in change context. By end of this video, you will know how exactly why context matters, how it shapes every phase of change, and how to write a great context narrative that makes people say, I get it and I'm on board. What is context? Defining the invisible driver. Context is more than just background information. It's the story behind the change, the why now, the what is at stake, the forces shaping our decisions. Imagine you walk into a room and someone says, we are changing everything about how we work. You would panic, right? But if someone instead said, because of evolving customer demand and declining market shares, we need to shift how we deliver value starting now. Suddenly, it makes sense. Context helps people connect emotionally and logically to what's happening. It builds trust, alignment, and a sense of purpose. Okay, let's break it down. Context isn't a one-time document. It should live, breathe through the entire change life cycle. At the beginning, context sets the tone. It defines the why. Why are we doing this? And why now? Without this, people will default to resistance. And within the context of planning, as we plan, context informs decisions. Who are the right stakeholders? What messages should we send? What are the boundaries of this change? And in execution, context keeps everyone aligned. If teams lose sight of the why, they drift, priorities shift, and engagement will fade. Towards sustainment, in the final stages when energy dips and change fatigue sets in. Obviously, whenever you do a project or transformation initiative or a change initiative, there will be a dip in performance, in engagement, in energy, everything before it picks up. And when that dip happens, context reignites the purpose. It is the reminder of what we set out to do. Now, let's look at how to write a strong context narrative. So, how do we actually write a context? Here is a step-by-step method you can follow today. Step 1, starting with triggers. What triggered this change? A market event, a regulatory shift, or internal inefficiencies. There could be different reasons why you prompt to write a context. So it starts like this, due to, so what is the trigger? You write it and then you start writing, our organization is experiencing challenges or opportunities. So you can write your challenges and opportunities. Now, when you want to describe the impact, you need to understand why does this matter? What will happen if we don't act? So the prompt goes like this, correct? To stay competitive or compliant or resilient, we must, then you write your strategic action. Step 3, state the intended outcome. That outcome has to be absolutely clear. What is the end goal? What are we trying to improve, solve, or achieve? So here the prompt will be, this change will then you write your benefit or impact or outcome, and or is it people or process or customers impact by the whatever outcome you are going to achieve. So that should be the prompt. Now let's go through some of the best examples of good or great context in transformation or change management initiatives. First is from Netflix, from DVD rentals to streaming pioneer narration. In the late 2000s, Netflix saw a storm brewing. Physical DVDs were on the decline and consumers' expectations were shifting rapidly towards on-demand context. Here, how their context for transformation may have sounded. Due to declining DVD usage and the rise of high-speed internet and digital consumption, our customers are demanding faster, more convenient access to entertainment. Make sense? And to stay relevant and competitive, we must transition from physical rentals to an online streaming platform. This shift will allow us to lead the entertainment revolution, reduce operational cost, and personalize content through data-driven algorithms. That context wasn't just shared with the customers. It was embedded into internal strategy, technology development, and culture of Netflix, and the rest is streaming history. Coming to second example, this is Starbucks reinventing customer experience through digital transformation. I'm happy to say that I was part of Starbucks when I used to work for a franchisee group in New Zealand. So excellent example I can quote. In 2008, Starbucks was literally struggling with brand dilution, declining customer experience, and global recession, right? Under Howard Stern's return, here is the context that drove their transformation. Due to declining same-store sales, poor customer perception, and global financial uncertainty, Starbucks must renew its brand promise. To stay authentic and connected, we must focus on elevating the customer experience digitally and physically through barista retraining, store closures for quality control, and launching mobile loyalty and payment programs. This transformation will restore customer trust and operational excellence, positioning Starbucks as more than a coffee chain. It will be a daily ritual. By clearly defining why the change was urgent, what was at stake, and how it would improve long-term values, Starbucks turned itself around completely. Third example is Microsoft. From Windows-centric to cloud-led innovation. When Satya Nadella became CEO of Microsoft in 2014, the tech giant was literally struggling with internal silos, a declining PC market, and a cultural resistance to change. Their context narrative was something like this. Due to the flattening PC market and emerging dominance of mobile and cloud platforms, Microsoft must reinvent itself to remain relevant. To lead in a mobile-first, cloud-first world, we will pivot towards cloud services like Azure and focus on collaboration tools like Office 365 and Teams. This change will break down internal silos, embrace open source thinking, and drive sustainability or sustainable innovation that helps customers achieve more. Satya's first company-wide email even said, "Our industry does not respect traditions. It only respects innovation." That's a masterclass in a compelling, honest, and visionary context. These examples weren't vague ideas. They were rooted in a reality, delivered with clarity and backed by purpose. Whether you are leading change in a startup, an NGO, or in a billion-dollar enterprise, context is your most powerful asset. And when context is missing or weak, people feel confused, disconnected, or even cynical. They might even ask you, why are we doing this? Don't we try this 2 years ago? What problems is this really going to solve? And once that mindset sets in, believe me, no model, whether it is Kotler's model, Atka model, McKinsey 7S model, can rescue the initiative. It's going to be disastrous. Context isn't just the first step in managing change. Please understand this. It's the foundation upon which everything is built. When it's done right, context becomes your North Star. When it is missing, you are flying blind. Here is my challenge to you. Think about the change you are leading or the one you are part of right now. Can you please explain the context in 2 sentences? Clearly, confidently, and in a way that inspire others. If not, then maybe your change isn't ready to begin. Stay tuned for my upcoming video on context versus capacity. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notified as and when a new episode is coming out, and you will be the first one to get notified. Thank you.